Concealer tips and tricks from a non-makeup artist. Welcome to episode 4 of Feral Beauty Tips with Devin, and today we're going to talk about concealer, girl. Concealer. Now, I didn't even wear concealer for a long time because I felt like I aged out of concealer. Like I was too old to wear concealer. Too much shit's happening under these eyes to even use concealer. Now I really don't go without it. Sometimes I'll wear concealer instead of foundation or skin tint. Now we're going to start in the beginning. When you do your face routine in the morning, when you wash your face, when you put on your hydration, your peptides, your vitamin C, whatever you're doing to your face to prep your skin, give your skin time to let that
What?
On days that I really want to show out, like I want to do all the things to make sure my makeup is makeuping, then I will start my day when I go make my coffee, do my skincare regimen in the morning, and I will put on eye patches that have a caffeine in them. I highly recommend the Good Molecule. They're very, very well priced and have good caffeine in them. There's so many really great iPads, and I have several of them in my showcase. Go check them out, figure out which one's the best one for you. Some have retinol and ginseng, some have just hydrating properties, but if you're looking to get rid of eye bags, you want to make sure it has a caffeine in it. On days that I don't do that, I always still do a hydrating something on my eye, and I use this vitamin C every day before I put on any kind of concealer. This is a balm. It locks in whatever else I've put there really well, and it lays well under makeup. The hydrator I've been using lately has been the Snatch It. I didn't want to like it. I love it. It's very hydrating, and I have very dry under eyes. So skin prep before you put anything on your under eyes. Now, I underpainted today, which means I put on my bronzer, I put on some blush, I put on some eye makeup, eyeliner, and I haven't put any skin tint on or foundation. I'm going to start my concealer now. This is the step that I would do it. I like using concealer after I've done my eyes because then I can clean up the mess that I made with my eye fallout from the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take the Colleen Rothschild, and this is an illuminator. It's not a color corrector. It's not going to do anything else fancy, but it's an illuminator, which means it's going to give a little life under your eyes. And I put the smallest amount you can imagine. This will last you forever. I tap this in usually with my fingers. Y'all, your fingers are great tools for makeup. Don't underestimate the power of a warm finger to melt in any product. And I'm going to just bring that out underneath these eyes. It gives a little bit of illumination, which looks great under your concealer without being heavy and causing more problems than we asked for. Today I'm using the Maxine's Revenge. I have two favorites. One is the Double Wear by Estee Lauder, and one is the Maxine's Revenge. This is more of a serum, so it's going to blend well, and you can actually use this as a foundation as well. I wouldn't recommend using the Estee Lauder as a foundation. It's thicker. Now that I've applied that in all the spots I want it, I put my concealer into the hollow of my eye. I saw somebody the other day in a video saying that if you do it this way, you might as well not put on concealer because it doesn't do anything. And I highly disagree. I know I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not professionally trained, but I know what looks good on my face. And this technique looks way better on my face than what I was trying to do before. This is the Crystal Lee K18, and I don't ever want to live without her. She fits into my eye just right and is perfect for this concealer step in my process, my routine, whatever. These brushes, y'all, the fibers are patent pending or something. They're unique. They're different than the other brushes, I promise. You can go straight from something like this into a powder with these brushes, and she's not going to act a fool. Not at all. I go up, so I kind of snatch that up a little bit and press. No swiping over here. None. We're not swiping at all. I got my marionette, and I'm going to touch up this little breakout that keeps happening on my chin. Hormones, girl. Hormones. The shit we go through as women. Because I prep my skin first, and because I'm using a good product, like I said, this is a serum, Maxine's Revenge. You see how that looks? It doesn't look all dry and crepey. And we're going to set it with the smallest amount of powder you can ever imagine. But even in this high beam light, where you can see all my imperfections, you can also see that this blends out so well, and my skin doesn't feel like it's soaking it up and drying out. I'll put on my foundation and I'll be right back. Skin tint. Okay, foundation is on and I'm loving this Dalton Water Blur. I'm loving this stuff. Super lightweight. It doesn't feel too heavy on my skin and it feels cool when you put it on, which is crazy. I'm gonna tap off any excess, tap it down into the brush there. And I'm gonna take this light brush and just set that in. Some people don't use any kind of setting powder under their eyes because they're scared of crepiness, and I get that. But for me, my makeup moves around and it's going to, because the rest of my skin gets oily. So I have to use something to lock in my makeup, and a very light dusting works for me. Now I'll go a little bit heavier on the rest of my face. Under eyes are done, girl. Concealer tips, feral style. I hope this helps. I'll see you again soon. Y'all, it is 11:21 p.m. So it's been about 12 hours since I put that makeup on. And though some of my makeup has settled, girl, I've been painting, okay? We've been doing all this stuff to the walls, moving furniture around, construction. I haven't really been doing construction, but I've been supervising really well. Anywho, after all of that, my eyes are still, they're tired, but my concealer stayed where it was supposed to stay. It soaked in some, but it wore well. We didn't get all crepey. I hope this helps.